Hello students, good morning all of you. Today we are going to start our next chapter, that is body fluid and circulation. So what is the meaning of body fluid? Means inside our body there are the different types of fluid present and how their circulation takes place. Circulation means the transport, we can say. So firstly the question arises, why there is the need of circulation in our body. So our body, that is made up of smallest structural and functional unit of life known as cell, and the group of the cell is known as the tissue. So there is also the requirement of the cell, like the human beings. The human beings require the food to get the energy, and from where this energy come? This energy come by the breakdown of the food, and where this breakdown takes place? This takes place inside the cell, and for that there is also the requirement of the cell. So oxygen is required, different nutrients are also required, and other hormones and other substances, they are also required by the cell. So the oxygen from the outside, it is transported into the cell, and in the cell there is the breakdown of the food to release energy, and this energy is stored in the form of ATP. So for making this energy there is the requirement of this oxygen, and how this energy is distributed to all the parts of the body, or you can say how the other substances like hormones are distributed to all the parts of the body, that is with the help of the circulatory system. So in a simple sense, circulation means the complete, you can say, the cycle where the some substances are transported to one part of the cell, then they are transported again to the tissue. So that is known as the circulation. Firstly, we can take the example of a hormone. So what is hormone? Hormone, that is a chemical substance that is released by the endocrine gland, and these hormones are directly released in the blood. So how the hormone that is released from the one part of the body, how this hormone transport to the other part where it is required? So it is transported with the help of a blood. So we can say blood, it is a type of tissue. Why blood is known as the tissue? Because blood consists of different cells like RBCs, WBCs, platelets. So it is a tissue because the group of cells are present inside the blood. So there are the two fluid in our body, the blood and the lymph. Blood have the different types of cells, and the lymph also known as the tissue fluid. So why it is known as the tissue fluid? What is the definition of the lymph? So we can say the some blood escape from the surface of the blood capillaries and come in contact with the tissue, then it is known as the lymph. And it is very important because it helps to collect the waste from the tissue and transfer it to the vena cava of the you can say the heart. So how this lymph and the blood play the different role, that we will discuss in our chapter body fluid and circulation. But this circulation is different in different organisms. In complex organism like human being, there is the complex system is there, the body fluid, blood and lymph is present, and the one circulatory organ, that is the heart, it is also known as the pumping organ. So it transports the blood to the all the parts of the body. But in case of unicellular organism and in the simple organism, this circulation is different. There is the only the single cell is there. Now we can take the example of sponges. So sponges, these belongs to invertebrates, or we can say the very primitive organisms. These are belongs to the phylum Porifera. So here the canal system is there for the transport of the food, water and minerals. These are known as these holes. These holes are known as the ostia, and this structure is the osculum. So the water enter through these ostia, and in that water there are all the nutrients, and these nutrients are transported with the help of water, then they come out through the osculum. So the very simple circulation is there in case of the simple organism, in case of sponges. So they are known as the primitive organism. After that, the coelentrates. Coelentrates also, they are the diploblastic, only the two germ layers are there. They are also the simple mechanism of circulation, because they are the simple, only the cellular level of organization and the tissue level of organization is there. But in case of the more complex organism, where the organ and the organ system level of organization is there, like the human being, there is the one organ that is known as the heart, so which help in the transport of the blood towards all the part of the body. So in this chapter we will discuss the blood, composition of blood, then we can say the lymph, then the circulatory pathways, open and closed circulatory system, what is the meaning of open circulatory system and the closed circulatory system, then the double circulation, regulation, and after that the disorders related to this circulatory system. So that we will discuss in this chapter, body fluid and circulation. So let's revise why there is the need of the circulation. Because the cell, that is the structure and functional unit of life, it have to do the function, and for that there is the requirement of the oxygen. So oxygen from the outside is transferred to the cells, and the cells then help to form the energy by the breakdown of the food. Energy is there, and this energy is stored, and how this energy is transported, or how the different substances like hormones, how the distribution takes place. So that distribution takes place with the help of a circulatory system, and this circulation is different in different organisms. In the simple organism, by the simple diffusion there will be the circulation, but in case of complex organisms, a complex organ is there, that heart is there, arteries, veins, blood, the blood, you can say the blood vessels, and the fluid is there, lymph is present. So all these, how they help in the circulation, that we will discuss in this chapter. Thank you.